yes to one thing, it's when you have a limited schedule in your day, in your week, you're saying no to something else. Hey, welcome to the workshop with the guys of A Better Us. We have Eric Maines, we have Mike Pinball Clemens, and we have Dan McCauley. And we are here in this workshop because we're going to be talking about home improvement stuff, guys. Maybe not the kind of home improvement that normally happens in this workshop, but maybe there's some tools that we can figure out and share that can help people along. Now, we just watched a segment where this Jefferson Bethke, he had some good points there, talking about family life. And you know, it's a challenge for sure. I can just imagine, Mike, I know your schedule is pretty busy, you know, to get you here today. You know, we jumped through some hoops, but we made it happen. But through the years, as a football guy, you know, not only a player, then a coach, and now a manager, and then your pinball foundation you have, the charity, and you've got a lot of balls you're juggling. How has it been for you through the years with this whole idea of balance and avoiding burnout?
I love this idea of rhythm, right? Getting your rhythm and getting into a rhythm, so conceptually, I love it, right? But how does that work for you individually as a family? And so when we refer to that rhythm, for me, that the big thing was, you know, when you left work and you came home, right? When you walked through that door, you turn into Superman, right? This is the most important thing you're going to do all day. And so I think having some of those just practices, there are a lot of things that you can hear that you talk about and that kind of thing. And you can pick out what works best for you, right? But so that was a thing for me. So when we talk about, the load of going to soccer, I love going to soccer practice. I love seeing, I mean, that's the sweet spot. I mean, that's why we're here, is being engaged and enjoying them and helping them to grow and to develop and being there for them and simply supporting them, right? So a lot of times, like my girls, Dad, don't coach me about. I have a coach, right? I got the coach.
I could just see you on the sidelines watching them play soccer and then just being Mr. Coach there.
Well, I'm actually a pretty standoffish guy when it comes to that, right? But in the car, right, I'll sometimes kind of add a little something. I think the biggest thing is for us to be there, to be committed, to be present, and to be positive, right? And it's amazing how that those basic things there, right? Those basic principles really, I think, change the vision of this. This is not the struggle. This is the gift.
That's good.
You know what? I would say for this rhythm, for Kara and I in this season of our life, we are intentional about trying to find a rhythm, a routine, because we have 2 kids under the age of 3, and so it's not like soccer practice or piano lessons or things like that. Everything's at home, and we need to have a routine of diapers and then meal times and then bedtimes and who's going to be waking up with the baby in the night, who's taking that turn. And so we are trying to be intentional about that, but recently there's been all these things that have kind of broken the rhythm because we either getting a new job or moving. We moved recently, and so I would say that we are kind of lacking in this area right now of finding that rhythm and trying to be like, let's get back into routine. But I think it's important that we always remember that we're doing this together, like that we're in this together. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna have my routine and I'm going to do this. It's our routine. We're on this side of what we're trying to accomplish, and let's do it together. And so I think that's pretty important.
Hey, if I could maybe just add there, you know, during those times where life was busier, I mean, our girls are grown now. It really is about, you know, finding that rhythm and finding that. But, you know, one of the things is people used to say, you know, are you sleeping? All that. It's like, it's the best sleep I've ever lost, right? and so it really is how
especially
we
with a little baby,
right? And it's really how we position it, right? And because what a joy that is, right?
For me, I mean, he made the light bulb come on for me because he talked about music. and think about it as the rhythm of music, and that's like the world that I live in a lot. And I often even coach worship teams when we're arranging a song, assuming we're not exactly following the CD or whatever, the ebb and flow of music, the dynamics of music, the rhythm of music. And in arranging, when an arranger arranges a song, so let's think, the 90s, for instance, had a lot of like a guitar solo that would rip right after the bridge or something, or a sax solo or something. And that's really good in its moment, and it has its moment, but if that sax player was just playing constantly through the whole song, it would wreck everything, right? So there needs to be an ebb and flow, and even a good thing like the excellent sax solo or guitar solo or whatever would wreck the whole song if it was just constant. So there's like a push and pull. There's like a bit of time for each. There's like some time for that, and there's a time for this, and realizing that we don't have to do everything all at once. We don't have to have that solo going through the whole song, or even in a pop song. Like pop has this down to a science. So they'll have maybe it's like a big driving beat, right? And then they drop it out right before the chorus. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Even that one bar, it kind of clears the palette for a second, and then they bring it in again on the chorus, and it's back to driving. But because they've paused it for that one bar, it clears your palette for a second and lets it come back in and makes it more meaningful. So in life, we need some of those times that we schedule that cleaning of the palate, that rest, because we just can't be driving all the time, because it starts to feel like he said screeching, like it's just too much. We need the ebb and flow, that call and answer that music has. Sometimes it's you, sometimes it's your wife. Like you're saying, and sometimes it's you changing the diapers, or sometimes it's Kara, right? Yeah. There's that call and answer in music too. I mean, he really, for me, this came alive.
Well, Dan, in the workshop here, you hit the nail on the head, I think, right there. And but it's it's about balance, isn't it, in our life?
Right.
When I think of a level that is probably back here somewhere, you want the bubble in the middle.
Yeah.
Somehow you want to find that balance. I remember a few years back in an interview, the great quarterback Tom Brady, he talked in this interview how his wife wrote him a heartfelt letter saying that you're focusing too much on football. They were feeling left out as a family, as a wife and as a family. And that kind of gave him a wake-up call a little bit. And he said, I needed to make some changes in my life. I needed to get some balance. And he started doing things. He even missed some team activities, which you probably don't want your players to miss too many team activities. But he was saying, and he could probably get away with it because he's Tom Brady, right? Yes, so. But he realized that, I need to bring balance back into my life. We can get so busy, because the thing is, when you say yes to one thing, it's when you have a limited schedule in your day, in your week, you're saying no to something else.
At what cost? Yeah.
Yeah. What is the cost of some of the yeses that we say? And so it's really looking at your calendar, and Jefferson Bethke suggested a week at a time. Allow for the time for family, allow for time for rest. But it's really scheduling it, because if you don't schedule your priorities into your calendar, all the smaller things are just going to take up all the space, right? And so. So that's pretty important stuff.
I think when you refer to Tom Brady, many of us don't understand that we have that Tom Brady power, right? Because Tom Brady is Tom Brady because there's a level of commitment. And when we're committed to something and people know that it's important to us, right? They want us to take the time as well to spend with our family and to do the different things. They don't want to wear us out, right? They want us to still, and and too many times we think, oh, well, I couldn't do that. Right, and it's so important to make sure that we ask the question, right, and because there's I think a lot of latitude that we don't necessarily take advantage of, especially when we're at that really busy age.
Your players are probably better on the field when they've had that downtime, as opposed to just driven constantly all the time, right? Because they've had that refresh.
It makes them more
the
committed.
Scene change.
It makes them more committed, because now you're reciprocating and showing commitment to them, right? It makes them more committed.
Well, marriage is work, family life is work, but it's so rewarding. You know, sometimes when I do a project, whether it's you know, a little handyman thing around the house or I build something, isn't it so nice to, when you're finished, you kind of look back and you go, hey, that's pretty good. I did okay on that. And so it's rewarding when you put in the work. Right. Now with marriage and family, you know, the renovations never end. You need to keep putting work. You can't just say you know, I've been there, I've arrived, but we always need to keep working at it. Yeah. But it is so rewarding. It is so worth it. And so that's our encouragement to those of you watching today. In the workshop here, you know, keep at it. It's worth it. Watch those priorities and schedule the important things in life. Guys, it's been good in the workshop.
Awesome. And maybe we can be like Brady on this one.
All right. Hey friends, we really hope you're enjoying the marriage conversations here on our A Better Us YouTube channel.
We have hundreds of more helpful marriage videos designed to give you hope and tools to make your marriage even better.
Right. And you can see just a few options we think you might like here and here. So keep exploring.
Oh, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here so you don't miss out on all the great marriage help we have coming your way all the time.